Hello my dear friends, I am Ms. Yasika Patel. Welcome you all in Deepam, Gyan, Kranti, the treasure of knowledge powered by Deepam English Institute. Friends, today I am again back with a new poem, that is All the World is a Stage, which is written by Shakespeare, and this poem is a part of TY.com V.N.S.G.U University and it consists in the book of literary pinnacles. Now friends, All the World is a Stage, that is a poem written by Shakespeare, and if you are a true lover of literature, then this poem is very important, okay, because Shakespeare is also a true lover of nature and even you can say best poet. So it's a very important poem as far as this literature is concerned and even the work of Shakespeare is concerned. So before we start the summary of this poem, All the World is a Stage, before that first we will discuss on Shakespeare. Friends, Shakespeare, outstanding poet, playwright and all that thing, all, even actor also. So basic information about Shakespeare is like he was born on April 26, 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon in England. Now he was an English poet, playwright and actor. He is also known as the greatest writer of English literature. Friends, don't forget, if we are discussing about the English literature and if we are not considered Shakespeare, that means English literature is half remain. Then he is also known as the poet of England. It is a very important thing you have to remember. National poet of England. Sometimes in a competitive exam also the question is there, like who is the national poet of England? So your answer is Shakespeare. He is also known as the Bard of Avon. So you have to remember greatest writer in English literature, national poet of England and Bard of Avon. Then it's very interesting, or you can say it shows the personality of Shakespeare, that how great he was. During his lifetime he wrote 39 plays, 154 sonnets and 2 long narrative poems, etc. So you can imagine how great personality he was and why we cannot forget, why we can not consider his name. And if we considered his name, then definitely, because he was the famous poet, even playwright and actor, so we should have to take the name of Shakespeare. Now as far as some of the works of Shakespeare are concerned, so A Midsummer Night's Dream, that is the play, Merchant of Venice, As You Like It, Twelfth Night, Romeo and Juliet, King Lear, Antony and Cleopatra. Then some poems are like A Lover's Complaint, A Passionate Pilgrim. So many works are there. I don't have enough space for mentioning on the board. That's why I had written only the few information. But you can find on the net. Even it is already there in your textbook. And he was died on April 23, 1660 in England. So you have to remember that also. And important thing, known as the greatest writer in English literature, national poet of England and the Bard of Avon. So you have to remember that. And he was born on April 26, 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon. So that is the basic information about Shakespeare. Now as far as this poem, All the World is a Stage is concerned, when you read the title, you can get a little bit information about the poem, like world is compared with the stage. Here the metaphor is used, world is compared as stage, and that is basically depended on the medieval philosophy. Now what is medieval philosophy? Medieval philosophy indicates the work of the man, or even some of the people believing that it is the message from the God. So that is dependent on medieval philosophy. And now as far as this poem is concerned, it is basically taken from As You Like It drama, which is in the Act 2 and scene number 8. So you have to remember that thing also. It is also very important that the world's is a stage, that is taken from Shakespeare's play As You Like It, which act number 2 and scene number 8. scene number 7. So you have to remember Act 2, scene 7. Now as far as the theme of the poem is concerned, so the theme is like man is ultimate loser in the game of life. Means our life is one kind of game and we are the losers in the game. But we as a human being never accepting that thing. We always try to boast ourselves, we always try to praise ourselves, we always mentioning our achievements and success. But throughout this poem, William Shakespeare want to say that our game is a one kind of life and we are the losers in the game of our life. Okay, as far as I already told you that this poem, All the World is a Stage, that is taken from his play As You Like It, act number 2 and scene number 7. And one speaker, the name of the speaker is Jacques. So he speaks these words, all the world is a stage. Whatever the things are there, it is spoken by the speaker Jacques. Now, as you know very well that being a human beings, we come on the earth and we have one motto, we have one goal that is already set by the God. Okay, so here he described our life into 7 phases of life, 7 stages of our life. And when this poem opens, so very first and second line indicate the metaphor, and the metaphor means we are comparing something with the another thing. So here the life is compared with the transition phrase before death. Before death we have to play our role, and if we are talking about individual person, so that every individual has its own play, his own works and his own tasks to do throughout the life. Then world is compared with the stage. This world is one kind of stage and even we as a people are actors or players. So we have to act in the stage of our life. We have to play the role as a player in the life. Now some of the living examples are also there, but before that we will first discuss about the stages, phrases of the 7 life, which was written by William Shakespeare. So he indicates 7 phrases of the life. So first, when an infant crying, means a small child, you know very well that when the baby born, at that time she or he has nothing, he has no idea about it and he is simply crying in the hand of the nurse or in the hand of his mother. He is totally helpless. So the first stage of our life is an infant crying, that is the child. Now as far as that baby is growing up, second stage of our life, that is a complaining schoolboy. Now you know very well, when the child is grown up at 5 years, 6 years old, then definitely has to go for the school, and definitely being a child, he is always complaining about the school, and he compares the second stage of the life is schoolboy, and even he can give one example of like bag and creeping snail. Now that snail, you know very well what is snail. Snail is a one kind of small creature and he is moving very slowly. Okay, so he compares the second phase of the life with the schoolboy who is hanging the bag, and even he is moving like a snail, means very slowly because he doesn't want to attend the school. So that is the second phrase. Now the third phrase is a lover, means it is now in a age when he sings woeful ballads for his beloved. He even tries to love his beloved and wants to give everything, whatever he can. Definitely he wants to give all the thing to his beloved. Means at that time, being a lover, means on that stage he is very strengthened, he has very much strength, and even he can do so many things. So in romantic period he wants to give everything to his beloved, and he even sings woeful ballads for her. Now the next stage is a soldier. So that is a very temporary and short period, and even it is like bubble. We as a human beings feels like it's a very modern age, but it is a very short time period. So he compares it with bubble. You know very well what is the condition of the bubble. Okay, so that is that. The next stage is a wise decision, and it is also the middle age period. So in that period he used to say that the man has a belly okay, means stomach, and he used to sit and even he used to compare the things. The next period is an old man. Now that is very important. In wise justice, one more thing is that he is sitting in his home only, and he used to describe others, and even he used to know about other ones, and even he wants to do the justice with others. Now an old man, you know very well, when the old man, that period is like he lose his sight, even he has the specs, he cannot able to speak properly because of the break tooth and all that condition is there, means weakness period. And the last one is second childhood, means he used to say like sense, teeth, eyes, taste and everything, he loses everything. Even he come to know at the last period of the phrase of the life that now nothing is valuable, even my life is valuable. And at that time, at the last, he realized that what he has to do, but the time is already past. So second childhood, even he doesn't have that much of knowledge, and even he does the thing like a small child. So 7 periods that is given by William Shakespeare, that infant crying, then complaining schoolboy, a lover, a soldier, then a wise justice, an old man, and the second childhood. With the help of these 7 phrases of our life, he has nicely satired on the human beings, that we are always try to live our life and always comparing our success and achievements. We never think about the true meaning of the life. So he said that life is nothing more than a shadow. The life is only a shadow, nothing more than the shadow. So spend it bravely and eagerly. Be not a passerby. It is not like that we have to only live the life, we have to spend the life, we have to only enjoy. No, when we come on the earth, then definitely we have our own values, our own goals, and we have to achieve so many things. So during these 7 periods, we have to face so many problems, and with that also we have to set a proper and modern model life for the others, and we have to set a life. And after our death, so many people try to learn so many things from our life. So that is the poem, that is the summary of this poem. All the world is a stage. So here world and even life is compared with the stage, and it is nicely written by William Shakespeare. So this is the 7 stages, and you have to remember the 7 stages. If you remember the 7 stages, then definitely you can write the answer very nicely. Okay, so this is the story, this is the summary. I think it is clear to you, but still if you have any doubt, then you can write in comment box, so I will try to solve your queries. And friends, if you like this video, then please like it, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Till then, goodbye, have a nice day and take care.